What is going on, my amazing retro squad? This is your boy Retro Quin, and today we do have a review and on feet of the Air Jordan 4 Black Cats, and I do have them things already bust down. We're gonna go ahead and get y'all that on foot real quick, and then we're gonna come back so we can talk about them things, man. Yes, sir. Y'all see them things in hand, man. First, we do have to talk about the box because Jordan Brand didn't give us the standard Air Jordan 4 box that we're accustomed to with the pop-up lid. They did go with I guess a different style. I don't know if they've done this box before. I'm pretty sure they have, but we got the Air Jordan 4 box. It's all blacked out, just, you know, kind of representing the Black Cat theme that's going on. And we do have the flight that's written on top because for the ones that don't know, the Air Jordan 4 is part of the flight series. But we do have the all over black box. We got the I guess like the speckles and stuff from the cement print that's on the Air Jordan 4s, but you see they have all of that blacked out. Everything all over the box is all blacked out, man, looking real sleek, man, real smooth. But we're gonna go ahead and get into them things, man. The official name of the sneaker is the Air Jordan 4 Retro. Color code is FV50290010. I did get these in a size 11.5, and the colorway is black, and light graphite. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the retail price for these was either $220 or $225, man. I told y'all that I was gonna get better with that, but I still keep failing, man. But I think it was $220 if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, I already had them things bust down, man. Y'all can see them. Woo! These things looking real good, man. Got both of them bust down already. And we're going to go ahead and put one off to the side so that we can go ahead and talk about these things, man. And first and foremost, I really don't even want to spend no time on it, but the internet been going crazy. Like, they've been going ridiculous talking about the squeaking that's going on with the shoes. And I honestly don't know why they're making a big deal out of it, other than, you know, it's like a viral thing to talk about. I don't know. But, I mean, like, first thing I done when I got my shoes, I went ahead and unlaced them, because that's typically what everybody gonna do, because we already know they come with the stringer hole on them. So you have to go ahead and bust them things down. And once I bust them down, done my own feet and walked around and stuff, absolutely no squeaking. But that's just one of them things where a lot of people talking about. And like I said, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on it. Just unlace your shoes, and the squeaking will be gone. Trust me. They use certain materials on the shoes, so when you have the eyelets, you know, kind of pushed up against the quality, or the, I guess, like the materials on the shoes and stuff, that's where your squeaking gonna come from. But if you got an issue with squeaking, go and check out the retro 10s that used to drop, like old steel 10s from like the 2010, 2015, around that time. But we had like steel 10s, powder blue 10s, what was it, Raging Bull 10s, or like the all red 10s and stuff. That's what squeaking was. This isn't squeaking. This is just people just want to go viral, man. But enough of that, man. We finna go ahead and talk about these things, man. All over black, man. Golly. Whoo, don't y'all love it? Just all over black, man. We finna go ahead and get straight to the bottom. Regular Air Jordan 4 bottom, you do see the Nike that's popping in that all white color. Going straight into the upper of the sneaker, we have more black, and then we do have like a I guess like a two-tone black. We do have like a matte black, and then we have, what is this, like a shiny type black finish, and then you leading straight into the upper of the sneaker where your suede and nubuck is at, man. So Jordan Brand hit us with the triple black design. And for those that don't know, which y'all should know now, Jordan Brand is going back to the 1989 cut, that original cut from when the Jordans was first releasing and stuff. And like I told y'all before, I really love this cut that they have, because like a lot of the fours that was coming out like back in the day, I say like 10ish years ago or so, something like that, man. But they was real fat, the tongue was real fat, everything, like the shoes were nice and stuff, but they just felt so bulky. And I kind of found myself kind of stopped wearing them so much, because it was just like the more that I wore them, it seemed like they just got bulkier and bulkier. And I'm like, man, I don't want these big bulky shoes on my feet. But the fact that they're going back to the OG cuts, man, like the shoes are just a lot more sleek, a lot more narrow, just thin looking on the foot, man. And to me, they just look way better. So I'm glad that Jordan Brand is finally giving us those older like OG cuts back, because they just look so much better, man. And the other thing that was different that they done with these, as y'all can see, they gave us that Nike Air branding on the back of the shoe. And honestly, I like it because the Nike Air branding, that's just something that kind of feels nostalgic and makes the shoe pop and stuff like that. But the only thing that confuses me is I thought that the Nike Air branding was more so reserved for like the OG colorways and stuff. And I honestly don't think that this is a OG colorway. I know that Jordan didn't play in this. I don't think he wore it or nothing like that. Didn't even take like no photos in there, because we had like Great Fives and a couple other sneakers that he actually he didn't play in, but he done like different promo runs, and might have been spotted on court with them on and stuff like that. But for this particular sneaker, I don't think he ever wore them or ever done is no type of significance with it, other than just giving us that black cat, or like from that Black Panther, when they was talking about like just his style of play on the court and stuff like that. In which we do have the retro 13 that's kind of modeled after that Panther design, with with the design of it on whiskers and stuff on the side. And then we have like the eye for the 13 or the Jordan logo on the back. All of that stuff is kind of themed in with the Panther and everything. But for them to give us an all black sneaker, that's just kind of tying into that whole Black Panther theme and stuff. But that's kind of the only thing that we have to kind of attach to Jordan, so to speak. But like I said, Nike Air branding on the back. They did kind of switch up the material, give us like a plastic material. If I ain't mistaken, the 2010 pair that released, I think those aside from just having the Jordan Jumpman logo on the back, I think those had like that same suede or nubuck material as the sneaker, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't pick that pair up, but just from looking at pictures and looking at other reviews and stuff, I think that's what it was. And another thing that I noticed too, one of the first things that I done when I got my shoe is check this heel tab on the back, because I can't remember if it was the 06 pair or the 2010 pair, but I'm almost certain it was a 2010 pair. But you could flip this tab back, and they actually had Black Cat written on the inside of it right there. So that was something that I ain't really bummed out that they don't have it on these, but for them to raise that price and give us that premium price or whatever, that's something that I feel like they should have kind of kept just for the nostalgia and the detail purposes and stuff like that. But I mean, no one's gonna see it anyway, so it ain't like no deal breaker or nothing like that. But we got the regular black laces. We do have black webbing on the side, both sides, black webbing on right here going into the tongue of the sneaker. And then right here on the top, we do have that black, in stealth, I think they say graphite for the colorway. So we do have that graphite Jumpman logo there that y'all can see with the flight written on it. So that's a nice touch. And then for the inside of the sneaker, everything is all black on the inside, sock liner, insole, all of that's black. And then we do have that graphite Nike Air branding on the inside as well. But that's really it for the sneaker in general. The one thing that I will say about like the resale prices, they were ridiculous. Resale was ridiculous. And I did check all of the sneaker websites. If I'm not mistaken, they were sold out on Hibbett, Foot Locker, Champs, JD Sports, Sneakers Out, they were sold out on all of those at the time that I checked. And I know sometimes people cancel sales, they don't pick up releases and stuff like that. So maybe you'll get a couple pairs that'll kind of pop up here and there. But I checked, and this is like a couple of days after the release that I'm recording this video. So I checked and I didn't see nothing. Honestly, the only thing that I remember seeing was like a couple of preschool sizes on Champs, if I'm not mistaken. So if you need preschool sizes, better shoot the Champs real quick and see if they have a couple lingering around. But the resale prices, they went crazy on these, man. And I honestly wasn't like I knew the shoe would sell, but I wasn't expecting it to just fly off the shelves like that, especially with the Gamma 11s getting ready to come out. And then, it's just been so many other sneakers coming out around this time, in which, like I always tell y'all, when you have a lot of sneakers coming out around this time, it's easy for a shoe to kind of, linger for a while because it's certain shoes that people are looking for. But I knew the black cats, like I said, they would be like highly sought after, but I didn't think it would just be nothing that'll just, immediately fly off the shelves and stuff like that. And for the 2020 pair, those did I think shoot up to like 500 plus. I think some pairs even hit like the $1,000 range and stuff, in which that was ridiculous, man, for literally just an all black shoe, man. But for this one, I think I checked the resale prices for my size and I seen them like around, I want to say I think like 250 to 350 at the time of me recording this. So I don't know if prices are gonna continue to shoot up. I don't know if they're gonna dip down. I actually ended up hitting on 2 pairs of these, so I will be selling my secondary pair, because this, like back in the day, this would have been something that I probably would have doubled up on. But I'm at the point of my life, man, like it's not worth it to double up, man. And I don't even wear my shoes enough to warrant having to double up. And I mean, these literally just dropped in 2020. I honestly didn't think that they would turn around and drop this fast, even though they gave us the Nike branding and a couple of other changes and stuff. Man, if you got your 2020 pair, I really don't see too much of a need to grab this one, other than if you want to just get that OG shape that they had and stuff. And for the ones that really care about the Nike Air branding, go ahead and get them. But that's really it for the video. Sizing, definitely go true to size on these. I went true to size, and like I was telling y'all, with the new cut on the Air Jordan 4, like the 89 cut that they're giving us, they feel way better on feet, man, as opposed to the older styles, in which, if y'all go back and check out some of my old videos, I always talked about that pinky toe, man. Like this area right here, tell you, man, used to kill that pinky toe, which I would still go true to size, but it was one of those things where you could probably go up a half size and still be okay. You might get some slippage, but it was just one of them things where either you bear with the pain until you break them all the way in, or you go ahead and go up a half size and deal with that slight sizing issue. But they did get it right for this for this OG cut, man. But that's gonna do it for the video in general, man. Y'all let me know if y'all did get a chance to get y'all hands on these. Let me know if you decided to pass on them. Like I said, I know the 2020 pair just recently dropped a few years ago, so a lot of people might even have a DS pair still, and if so, I'm pretty sure you probably passed on these. So let me know if you decided to pass. Let me know if you just took an L on them, cause like I said, like it was crazy for these. It was a little crazier than expected, man. And I know some people could have passed, cause like taxes just dropped, Chicago ones just dropped, the lows. We got Bugs Money 8s getting ready to come out. Gamma 11's getting ready to come out, and like I said, that's just on the Jordan side, so we ain't even got into like the Nikes, Adidas, Reebok, like all that other stuff, man. So maybe y'all got some other stuff that y'all want to go after, and y'all want to just sit tight on these. I don't know, but like I said, y'all let me know down below for all of that. But that's gonna do it for the video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay positive and stay smiling, and without further ado, this is your boy Retro Quin. I'm out.